everybody, what's up? You are now inside another episode of Pop Issue, and I happen to be in Maryland on a sizzling hot summer day to talk about some issues regarding immigration, the youth vote as terms in Latino kind of demographic, and I'm here at a place called Casa de Maryland with both Sarita and Paulina, and they're going to tell you a little bit about not only what the organization does, but what they do here and what they think about what just recently happened with the immigration law that was passed, and really how technology is coming together, maybe, maybe not, for them when it comes to the election and reaching young Latinos in today's kind of states. All right, so let's get into it. First of all, Sarita, introduce yourself for me and tell me a little bit about what the organization does.
I'm Sarita. I'm an intern at Casa de Maryland. Basically, Casa de Maryland is an immigrant rights association that we give citizen classes, English classes, and we also give lawyer benefits. You know, like if somebody need a lawyer, they can come here and get information, get help. Basically anything that somebody that comes from a different country needs. So as soon as they come here, they don't really know much.
And Paulina, fill me in a little bit on the youth group that both of you guys are involved in and going to be actually meeting with very soon tonight.
I'm Paulina, and I'm also an intern at Casa of Maryland, and we are doing an internship where we are spreading the word about the Maryland Dream Act. And so we're going to outdoor festivals and big events throughout the city, also smaller events like farmers markets, and really like informing people about what it is. And we're also like hosting informational meetings for people to learn like if they qualify for it and what they can do to help promote the Dream Act.
So you guys are very much involved, obviously, in the scene. So let me just ask you, first of all, what was the reaction here in the Baltimore area once the whole immigration law went down? I want to preface that, of course, by saying, too, that a lot of statistics have shown that there's been a large increase of Latinos in Baltimore in particular. So, you know, what's the vibe kind of like from a younger point of view?
Well, there has always been a lot of Latino population in the Baltimore area, but when it comes law-wise, I haven't seen a lot of growing. Like population-wise, I haven't seen a lot of growing, but since the whole Arizona thing came up, it has been like, it was a very like bad news for us, because even if it doesn't strictly affect us as young people, it still affects a lot of people like that we know. And you know, like a lot of immigrants, right? And a lot of immigrant people that haven't done anything wrong are going to be affected, be put on jail, even if they don't do anything wrong.
So, and is that pretty much your point of view as well, Paulina, or what do you think about that?
I think a large part of immigrants leaving Arizona and coming to other states and also coming to Baltimore is because there is this effort in Baltimore to get the police to not work as immigration agents. But I don't think that I've seen as big of a growth as I've heard it's been talked about.
Really? That's interesting. That's why it's always good to talk to people, because you hear things and you read things, and so is it really or is it not? But at least with just your friends and, you know, just who you hang out with, whatever, even here, you know, at the organization, what was the vibe, again, not only with, you know, Arizona, but in terms of, you know, being able to be, if you're 16, you can get working papers, etc. Was it something that really touched you guys here, or was it just like, you know, another day at the office, so to speak?
No, definitely. It was great news, and it made a big difference, not only on my life, but in a lot of other young students' life, because I see a lot of talent that get wasted every day. They can't go to school, they can't work, so they got like, they basically, some of them dropped out of school, dropped out of high school, dropped out of college because they don't see a future for themselves. But now this law will allow them opportunity to work.
Yeah.
And so it's a big step.
Oh, interesting. And so what's the vibe like? I mean, you guys are into, as you said, the Dream Act, etc., but in terms of more hardcore, if you will, politics, when it comes to like Romney and Obama, you guys talk about that, you know, here in the youth division? What's the feelings? I mean, is it really what the vibe is with all the pundits and MSNBC, etc., that, you know, okay, it's all about Latinos for Obama, pretty much hands down. The GOP is not really talking to you guys in terms of relevancy. What do you think? Is that actually true, or, you know, particularly as somebody young, you can vote, you're at voting age. What do you think?
Well, I think the Obama announcement was really great and really helpful to all Latinos that will be able to like apply for the work permits and everything. And I think that it's like a really great step, and if Obama stays in office, then we'll be able to continue like working on that and progressing in like immigrant rights.
Interesting. And so do you feel that if Obama doesn't stay in office, you feel that it wouldn't be able to continue?
Well, recently we have seen a lot of support from President Obama, and even if it's just a political move, it's something that affects us greatly for the best, so it benefits us. So.
Now, both of you said that you're from, well, your ethnic background is Peruvian. Were you born in Peru? You don't have an accent, so I'm assuming that you weren't.
I wasn't, but my parents, my brother, were all born in Peru.
Okay, and you as well?
Yeah, I was born in Peru. I came at the age of 11.
So was that, and is that a challenge? I mean, what do you guys feel in terms of, we hate to throw the word, racism around. I think there's been a lot of race issues just overall in the United States. Unfortunately, they seem to be growing a lot of times. Do you feel any sense of race, particularly as young women who are, of Latino background? What do you think about it, or is it really just kind of overblown?
Well, I actually don't see a lot, but it's always going to be some places, like since we're doing the internship and we go to different festivals, we do different activities, you're always going to find the people that are very conservative, that really are not open to new things, and they feel like we're just taking over. Like, like a bad thing.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same?
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of really rude remarks from a lot of people at festivals who are really opposed to what we're doing.
And what's your response to that?
I don't, if somebody says something to me that's like very mean, I'm just like, okay, thank you for your time, and just like walk away from them. Like they, if they're opposed to what I'm trying to do, they're not going to try and change their mind.
How interesting. And obviously this is what you're encountering in the physical space. Do you do a lot of promotion and education using social media, I don't know, any type of texting, whatever? And if so, do you feel that kind of vibe at all in the digital world, or what's that like? Because let me also tell you that statistics show that, Latino is out-indexed in terms of social media frequency, meaning that you post more often on Facebook, Twitter, etc. African Americans are supposed to be just under that. Really, is it something that's accurate or not? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know if I see really a relationship between my like internet presence or anything and being Latina.
Here at Casa, we do a lot of phone calls.
So it's really direct. You're calling people in the community.
Yeah.
So not really invoking like social media at all, the campaign strategy to be able to encourage
people. We have a
Facebook page.
Yeah, well, we have a Facebook page called I'm the Maryland Dream Act.
Yeah.
And so we reach out to people through there and make events for like meetings that we have. But besides that, we don't really have like a huge like
social media strategy. How interesting. This is why it's cool to talk to people directly, because you can hear certain things that might or might not be really what's accurate in your world. So ladies, I want to thank you for your time. Anything else that you want to add in terms of what you're out here promoting and doing, whether it's through Casa de Maryland or whatever?
No, I don't think so.
You're good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Vote yes for the Maryland Dream Act.
Vote yes for the Maryland Dream Act.
All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Stay tuned for tomorrow's video.